All right, guys, welcome to Visible What a surprise there. So guess what? I've got Taylor Akita with me. Today's take, we're going to be doing the actual video version of it, and things are a little bit different. I've even got my little logo here. I don't know how to do that, where it's like right there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So hopefully you can see that. I'm sure you can. So with that being said, this is going to be the energetic Taylor Kita. And yes, she is married. She also works with Upkeep. So Taylor, welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Hopefully our video works this time.
Yeah, and I am most confident that it will.
I think it'll be fine. Sometimes when I'm around technology, I think I have bad technology juju or whatever you want to call it because technology doesn't like me. And I think it rubs off on it. And the reason why I say that, so when I used to work at AT&T, I would be at the store and like the iPads wouldn't work, the computer wouldn't work, and then I'd leave and go on lunch and it all started working.
Oh wow.
And that's when I'm like, I have bad technology, something. Like there's something wrong. Like our printer at work, when I'll try to print stuff, it constantly like the other day it got jammed. And I'm sorry, I don't know anything about printers. Like,
yeah, neither do I.
If I have a phone issue, like a tablet, like I got this figured out. You have like a reception problem, like I got this. Like AT&T kicks in. Printers, no, nuh-uh. Like that's like a different world. So it got jammed, and I literally was on YouTube, like, putting in the model number, and I'm like, how to fix paper jam on insert model number. And it took me 30 minutes because there's another hatch. So I pulled out the front hatch, but there's a whole back section, and that's where the paper was. So I turned it off. And I was like, maybe it'll just turn off. And like, because it says like paper jam on it. And I thought if I turned it off and turned it back on, it would just like forget.
Yeah, no, trust me, it doesn't forget. These smart printers these days, what they'll do is, it's like, okay, they run through a little self-check, and it's like, hey, hold it. I'm jammed here.
It literally, like, so when I finally got it out, there's a whole back section, so I had to turn it off and pop this, like, I don't even know what to call it, out, and, like, pull the paper jam out, and I was so mad. I'm like, why didn't I do this 25 minutes ago? I'm sorry, I totally went off on a printer tangent.
Don't feel bad. Like at this other company I used to work, we've had pretty much like we had to work on the cash drawers, terminals, which were also the computers.
That sounds absolutely awful. I'm sorry.
Well, it was for restaurant franchises, so it wasn't as bad as you thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah, going through those where it's like the paper is just thermal. They just.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the worst is when you have to do something or like something with technology happens and then like you don't know why it happened and like people would always be like, why'd this happen? And I'm like, God. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it happened. I'm sorry. Like I couldn't tell you, and that's the most annoying thing. And like I love working at Upkeep because the amount of technology that I have to fix or deal with is very minimal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, sometimes like my tablet will like, you know, give me some trouble, but I mean that's fine, you know. The printer though, that kind of sucked, but
well, see,
it's like once in a blue moon.
See, at least you have people to support you there.
Yeah.
With the warranty side, even though we're kind of going off a little bit.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I totally.
Like, they don't fix phones, so for you viewers out there, don't look for them to fix a phone. That can't happen.
I like how we start this and everyone's like, oh, it's going to be about this. And I'm like, no, we're going to talk about sucky printers.
Yes.
Gonna throw you through a loop. Like,
oh, yeah. It's a crazy.
Should I even say, here, let me talk about what Upkeep does real quick before I forget. Because I'm going to.
No, go
I'm
for
sorry.
it.
I'm going to forget. We're going to go on a tangent. But me and you always have really good conversations.
Oh,
and I forget,
yeah.
like, well, hey, guys, I'm Taylor from Upkeep. So real quick, so what Upkeep is, we're a home warranty company. We do maintenance with our home warranty. We're built from the ground up, completely different. We come out 4 times a year with our full-time professionals to maintain your home so you can take the time this summer to do the fun things you want to do. If you want more information, go to upkeep.homes website Or you can shoot me an email, Taylor at upkeep.homes for more information. But if you want a home warranty without the headache, Upkeep is the way to go. And let's continue. Sorry, I just like knew I was gonna fray it because I know you're like, oh, talk about Upkeep. I'm like, oh, I will. But my brain's like, but these printers, man.
Yeah, they're so interesting.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta ask this.
Yeah.
With Upkeep, since you're the product specialist, tell us more about what you do there.
Wow. So my technical title is product specialist, but I do a lot of different things. So I take like the sales calls. So if someone calls in an Upkeep and they're interested, or they just have questions, it goes to my phone. And then if I run the Facebook page, YouTube, and Upkeep has a TikTok now.
Ooh,
It's literally
okay.
upkeep.homewarranty. That's the TikTok. It wasn't taken, and I was like, yes. But yeah, we have a TikTok now, but I do all the social media stuff, and I do networking and do sales and meet with people. So I'm kind of all over the place. Obviously, once we grow and grow, we're going to, like, the job that I'm doing could probably, I mean, in a bigger company, you'll probably have 2 people doing it. You know what I mean? Because I'm doing all the social media and doing sales stuff. But yeah, I love it. I gotta say, I didn't know. I just punched the mic. I didn't really. I'm sorry. I talk with my hands, and I'm like, put them down. Don't talk with your hands, but I can't help it. Oh, I'm doing it. I just told myself to not do it, and I'm over here like, anywho. So videos. I do Facebook Lives every Thursday, 10 a.m. on Upkeep's page. I try to do a video about a week, but depending on how busy it is, sometimes it doesn't quite, with editing and if I have meetings. But I gotta say, I think the videos and social media stuff I absolutely love. Like, that's where I found that I'm like, this is my love. Like, this is my favorite. I love networking. That's awesome too. Like, networking, the social media stuff, like, yes, all day long, my favorite stuff to do. I love talking with people. I love presenting. I love editing the videos. I'm getting better. The first few were a little rough, but but I've never done this before. Like, I've never edited videos until Upkeep. I never had to. So it's like kind of like what is it? Like a sink or swim. Not a sink or swim situation. I don't want to say it like that, but it's like a, we'll see what happens. I just gotta be confident and just throw myself in there.
Oh, yeah. Because from what I've seen is that you've taken that company to a whole nother place where they haven't been before. And because of you, they're definitely going to be growing like a lot faster than they know it.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
You've done their social media. Obviously, you have the TikTok and clearly the Facebook. And also you're handling the sales calls. Like,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on. So tell us about that. Like, how hectic is it? I'm pretty busy. So what I do is on Google Calendar, that's where I schedule everything, and I always go in and put things in there because I have so much going on day to day that, I have to keep it straight. So I use Google Calendar like it's a Bible, because, when you're meeting with different people in different areas, and the Upkeep's area is like the whole St. Louis metro, like Warren County, Lincoln County. So like, here, we'll say Warren, Gasconade, Franklin, all the way up to St. Louis County, St. Louis City, St. Charles, all of that, so that's a lot of area. Yeah. And, when I'm meeting with people, it's not just in the St. Charles, O'Fallon, St. Peter's area where I'm more familiar with, it's gonna be in Franklin County, it's gonna be different counties and different places because I'm meeting people from those places to talk about Upkeep. So it's very hectic, but what I always do is if it's a longer driving time, I'll go in there and put like, instead of the 10-minute reminder, I'm like, I need an hour. Yeah. Depending, because sometimes most of my appointments have been pretty good. If I have to go more Chesterfield, Fenton area, obviously I'll go in there and be like, okay, I need a longer reminder to make sure I get on the road and try to miss traffic and stuff. But it's hectic, but it's so much fun. And I like being busy. I feel like if I'm busy, I'm using my time adequately. And I'm living my life to the fullest if I'm busy, so I love being busy. Yes, right on. So talk about some of the stuff that you've done for like far as the social media for Upkeep.
Oh my gosh. So when I first started the social media stuff, I was just doing videos in the office and just talking about Upkeep.
Yeah.
Well, I can't get a good take for the life of me. Like, I can't just get one good take. So I blooper videos. So, yeah, because I mess up all the time. So I had enough video. So it's so weird because to make a 45-minute video, it takes me probably like 45 minutes of filming because I sometimes can't talk. I will say words that just aren't words, or I say something, or literally, and if you watch some of my bloopers, I will literally be like in the middle of a word or say and then I just stare at the camera and I'm like, and I just forget. And it's funny and it's fun to put in the bloopers, but it's like, that's something I didn't realize, that like editing and stuff takes so long. Like to get the one take. And then I'm very particular. So if I look weird or I feel like I look weird or I said something weird or I had an awkward pause, I normally will do another take. So I may have a good take or someone thought it was a good take if someone else would look at it. But there's times that I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. I'm not posting that one. And then I'll redo it. Well, when I redo it, obviously there's more bloopers because I didn't get it right the first time. But I don't know. I've been doing lots of different things. And I think when you do something funny or do something kind of not weird, but just something out there, that's what gets people's attention. So my latest ones have been me running around in heels or dumping water on myself and Upkeep colors and stuff. But it's things like that. The extreme makes an impression. But I think it's very hard too because like some days, like today, I don't know why, I've had this creative block. I just, like, I don't know why, like, I was gonna start and make a video today, but, like, I just didn't have an idea, and I was like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things, like, you're not always gonna have a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, you're not always going to just have this amazing good idea. It's like, you have to kind of, like, think on it, and you're not always gonna be creative 110% of the time, 24/7. It's, like, one of those things that, like, so what I'll do is if I think of something in the moment, I'll go and put a note on my phone because there's been a lot of the videos that I've done is like, it's something I thought of literally Saturday at 10 p.m. It's just random things I've thought of. And that's what is like, has helped me is just like writing it down because I'm not always going to just have this most amazing idea. It's one of those things that's like, I have to really sometimes back off a little and give myself time to think because it's good to keep going, but you're not always going to have a better video. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's...
So, yeah, and what it sounds like is that you've had the creative idea, and once you write it down and you go back to it, then you're able to just roll with it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm waiting for my creative genius to... I'm kidding. But, no, it's normal to every once in a while I'll just be like, dang, like, what else can I do? Because I try, and this is just me, I know it's not gonna happen, but I always try to kind of one-up myself. Like, what can I do that's better than the next, then the next, then the next? But there's only so much you can do. Yeah. But I always try to kind of make it fun and memorable because from what I've noticed, a lot of people, you're not gonna watch a video if you're not interested in it. And if it's just educational, sometimes it's hard to sit there and watch it because all of our attention spans are like down to like 2 seconds or 2 or 3 seconds now. Right. So I mean, TikTok hasn't helped that.
Yeah.
Because you sit there and the longest videos are like a minute, and like if you don't get people interested in a minute, it's like they're gone. And I think that's in all businesses, not even just Upkeep, any business. If you're on social media, I think that's the hardest part is to be creative, to get people's attention, but to get their attention to educate them at the same time. Because you have to entertain and educate. Because if you're just doing educational, there will be people that will watch that will be interested and want to learn. But unfortunately, that's not everyone. The majority of people want to be entertained.
Yes. Yep. So like as you mentioned that, like you did with the spicy challenge.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I find it funny because you hate spicy food.
Yep.
And yet you're doing a spicy challenge for Upkeep. what in the hell is going through your mind at that point?
It's just it's one of those things that's like, what's something that's fun that people will actually sit there and enjoy watching, but I can also educate them, because a lot of people, believe it or not, they don't know what a home warranty is. And then if they do know what a home warranty is, and you know this, I mean, we've been networking together for a while, you know that Upkeep is so different than any other home warranty company that's where the struggle is because if they don't know what a home warranty is, that's when I have to educate them on that, then educate on Upkeep. And that's what's really difficult, because if you don't know what a home warranty is, then it's like we're starting square one, which that's fine. Not everyone's going to know. Not everyone's in a business where they have to know. But, it's like I have to educate on that, and then I have to educate on why Upkeep's different, because what we do, like I said in the beginning, from the foundation up, every single thing that we do, everything that we do is completely different than any other home warranty company. So it's like, okay, so here's what a home warranty is. Okay, now on this side, this is what we do different.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but it's one of those things, again, you have to do something fun, because me sitting there for 20 minutes talking and trying to educate people, and I'm not doing anything, just talking, straight talking, it's hard. It's hard for people to watch. If you don't know me, it's hard for people to just sit there and just be like, but if you're like, like interviewing someone, doing different things like that, then they're like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. Like, let's watch. So you always have to be doing something to get them in, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And now I like hot sauce. Okay.
Oh, you actually do? Wait a minute.
Wait, correction.
What's going on here?
So I like it on some things. Like, I don't like it all the time, because, like, truth be told, like, it hurts my stomach. Like, holy cow. Like,
oh, yeah, the Carolina Reapers you've had.
We did. I was with my uncle the other day, and he loves hot sauce. Absolutely loves it. And no one else in our family is really, like, super crazy about it. Mm-hmm. And the other day, I had this ghost pepper, like, sauce with pizza. So what we did is we mixed the ghost pepper sauce with ranch and put it on pizza. So good. It was so good. My stomach hated me that night. I was in so much pain, but it was so good. And I think that's why, because like the burn now doesn't bother me as much, because I've done, all this hot sauce stuff.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, that's not, like, it's hot. I'm not, okay, correction. I'm not saying, I know someone's gonna be like, what do you mean? I'm not saying it's not hot. I'm still gonna be dramatic, be like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. But I can take the heat now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
You basically grown a high tolerance.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say like I'm like invincible, but like I can take it, but my stomach can't.
Right. Yeah,
I know. I have to like when I say pre-medicate, I have to like have some Tums ready. What? Okay, so before I did those
ice cream.
Yeah, right. Oatmeal. That's what I was told to eat is oatmeal.
Does that actually work?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So how effective is it? Like, because I hear
I would
that
say
all this
very
stuff,
effective.
Yeah, I hear that it works. It's just what confuses me is that after you've eaten it and it's like, oh my gosh, your tongue is super on fire. Like, how well does it calm it down?
So it does. So when I had the pizza with the ghost pepper sauce and the ranch, I felt awful. Like that was probably one of the worst I felt, because before I did the hot sauce challenges, I had oatmeal. And oatmeal is like a good, I can't think of the word right now. Oh my gosh. Of course I can't. We're on video and now I'm like, well, this word's gone from my head. But it's a good base, I guess, to kind of cancel out the hot. So that's what I always did. I always ate like a full stomach of oatmeal, so I had something there. Well, when I had the pizza, it was there was nothing in my stomach. It was like water, and then I had pizza with ghost pepper and ranch. Mm-hmm. So like that was just a bad mixture on just a stomach with water in it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's why my stomach hurt really bad. That's why I always tell people, I'm like, if you do hot stuff, have oatmeal, because it's like it like stops it. And if you can have it with milk before, that helps, because milk usually calms it down. Because you're actually not supposed to drink water like after. I do, because I'm like, okay, well, because it kind of spreads it. You're supposed to drink milk, but I think milk is so gross.
Isn't it?
I do. I can have it with like cookies or cereal, but I hate milk. I think it tastes so gross. Like
it does.
I'm never just like, let's get some milk. Like, let's refresh my palate with milk. Like, I've never thought that a day in my life.
See, to me, there's no taste in there, so that's why I'm wondering, like, what is going
I
on?
feel like I'm drinking a cow. I don't like milk. But yeah, it's good to have that base of oatmeal before you die.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've done a pretty good job entertaining the audience, which I definitely like that. And I'm sure Upkeep is definitely appreciate that. So talk about the TikTok. Do you do the same thing on there as you do with your videos?
So what I've done so far with the Upkeep TikTok is I've cut down. So some of the videos I posted on Facebook, I am posting on TikTok. Just to have content on there, but there are some new videos. So what I did the other day is I found a sound from Shrek. Have you seen the movie Shrek?
Oh yeah, long time.
So yeah, so when like Donkey's trying to stay with Shrek, he's like, "Can I stay with you?" and all that stuff. I did a video on that and like was like the different characters, and that's why I think TikTok's so fun, is because you have those little sound bites and stuff that you can like create your own kind of character and like do it. And I like I keep hitting this mic. I know, I talk with my hands too much. I related it back to like a situation with like a home warranty and stuff, but yeah, it was fun. I love it. I think it's a lot of fun because you just go through. Literally what I did, I was on the For You page and just scrolling through and then found that sound. And I'm like, okay, I can definitely relate this back to business. But it's super fun. And Upkeep has a jingle. So what I want to do is make a TikTok dance to the Upkeep jingle.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun because it's things like that. Like when you have something like a jingle, you know, make it fun. Like, I mean, it's a home warranty. It's not going to be the most crazy fun thing in the world. Like, wow, roller coaster. Like, oh, we'll do your maintenance. You know, so it's one of those things. And, you know, people, when they're on social media too, another thing, I mean, they don't want to do business normally. I mean, we all have our businesses on there, like, yes, but it's like almost their wind down. So that's another reason. Like, it makes it harder to get people's attention because they're already on there to relax and to, you know what I mean? So it's like even harder to grab them out of the feed and like watch my video.
Yeah, so you've done a pretty good job on spinning it off on there.
Oh, well, thanks, Isaiah.
Yeah. And how come you're not on the jingle? Like, you need to be on there.
Well, so I can't remember who we did it through, but we did the jingle and like, it's good. I don't need to be on there. I don't need to be on the jingle. I'll play it. I think I played it for some of the videos, and what I want to do is I want to get a Bluetooth speaker, and then when I walk in places, play the Upkeep jingle. And they're like, "Whoa, who's that?" And I'm like, "Taylor from Upkeep."
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm glad that we have a jingle though, because I think, and it's stuck in my head. Like, I'll be in the shower and I'm just like, "Keep up your home with Upkeep." Yeah, I'm like in the shower and I'm like, why is this in my head? But you know, it's a good jingle if it's in your head constantly, right?
That's right. Yeah. And so I'll dive into you for a little bit. You're a young lady. You're married. Now that you've had a husband, what's been your experience like with that?
With like marriage?
Yeah.
Communication is important. Very, very, very important. Oh, it's been great. I think it's easy for me, at least. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it's just because you've been married under a year." I'm pretty happy. I'm having a good time because, you know, there's a lot of people that are like, "Don't get married." I'm like, I'm so happy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm so happy. I married my best friend. Like, we were best friends in college, so it's just like, oh, this is perfect. And we met at college, ran cross country together. So yeah, it's been pretty easy for me. Found a good person.
Oh yeah. And does he support you on this journey?
Oh, heck yeah. Oh my gosh. He's like my number one fan with all this stuff. He constantly shares stuff, likes it. So I'm weird. I hate the sound of my voice. Like, I hate the sound of my own voice. I hate listening to it. I hate it. Hate it. I don't know why.
What's going through your head right now?
Yep. It's because, okay, here's why. Because in my head, my voice is like, not super low, but way lower than what it actually is. Mm-hmm. So, like, when I listen to it, I'm like, did I suck on a helium balloon? Like, why is my voice so high? Like, guys, I'm sorry. Like,
your voice is not that high. Your voice would have to be like this.
I know, but what I hear, how do you know how to explain it? Like, what I hear, it doesn't sound high to me. But then when I hear it on a recording, I'm like, ugh, ew. Like, that's me? No. I'm like, what?
Oh
No.
my gosh.
But yeah, yeah, but back to your question. He supports me.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I completely just like,
No,
I
that's
can't
all
help
right.
it.
That's okay. That's awesome. So, last I wanted to ask, because I know you mentioned it early in the video.
Yeah.
How does someone get in contact with you to, they want to establish not basis. They want to establish themselves with Upkeep. They want to get their appliances, warranty.
I thought you were going to say a bank account. I don't know why.
Bank account.
No, we're just kidding around, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, so again, if you want to get in touch with me, shoot me an email, taylor@upkeep.homes. That's my personal email, so I'll answer.
Oh, yeah.
and then we have a website, www.upkeep.homes. On there, if you have any questions, email me again. I love answering questions. I like talking to people. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I could never do a job where, and this isn't like trying to be negative, I'm just saying I couldn't do a job where like I don't talk to people. I couldn't, and I've discovered that because if I'm in the office, I'm editing a video, I literally have to just get up and walk around. Like, get out of the office because, like, it's so hard. And, like, I mean, how long am I editing? Probably 45 to an hour and a half. Like, that's not even that long, but it's like I haven't seen anyone in so long. And I'm definitely an extrovert. I definitely am. And it's just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I just need to get up. I need to go talk to a human being. So, like, I could never do a job where I don't talk to anyone. I couldn't. It would drive me insane.
Oh, yeah.
I need the human interaction.
Yes, we all do. At this point.
I know. Well, and that's why I'm glad. So when I was at AT&T, we never closed. Like, the store I was at, we never closed. So I never had to work from home or anything. And, like, when I was with Upkeep, when it snowed, I had to work from home. And it was, like, it was hard. I hate it. I hate having to work from home because you're not talking. Like, okay, you're talking to people on the phone.
Right.
But it's not the same.
No, it
you
really
know what I
isn't.
mean? Like, I just get so bored. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing my work, but it's like, I need to talk to a person, like, it's just, I don't know. It's so hard. And that's why, like, I hate working from home. And all the COVID stuff, if you got in contact with someone, I had to go and work from home. If I'm like, okay, this person's COVID positive, I have to go get tested. And if that happens, I mean, obviously you can't be out and about because you may have COVID or whatever. So I had to work from home. And I think the worst instance was when we were waiting we were waiting for the, what's it called? The result? Yeah, we were waiting for the results of it. And when we first went, we could not find anywhere near that was, like, testing. So we drove all the way up to Hannibal to get tested because I was like, I want to get back to work, like, as soon as possible. I hate being at home. Like, I hate it. Like, it was just, and I'm not sick. Like, and I was negative, by the way. But it took forever. So what happened was, we got tested on Wednesday or Thursday, and then it went into a weekend. Well, and I'm off weekends, so it's like, I don't know. It was just so frustrating. And, like, I get it. I understand it. But it was one of those things that's like, I hate working from home. I like being out and about. I like going out and visiting realtors and doing my job and just seeing people. Like, that's what gives me energy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, that being said, thanks for being on Visiblepreneur.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. This is always a lot of fun. And, of course, for you viewers at home, don't forget to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and, of course, we're on Anchor. We are officially on 8 different platforms. I can't name all 8. I will say Pocket Cast just picked us up.
Woo woo.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Yeah, so hit that like bot. I can't talk.
Yeah.
This is why I have bloopers. Hit the like button, the follow button, the subscribe button. Help Isaiah out with his Visiblepreneur.
Visiblepreneur.
I can't talk.
It's quite Visiblepreneur. Yeah.
This is why there's bloopers, okay? Sorry.
Exactly. It's okay.
I can't talk. It's like my brain's like, and we're going to turn off now. You don't
Yes.
need it.
Yeah, you definitely don't need it. So thank you for watching us. And like I said, like our Facebook page, YouTube channel.
What I tried to say.
Yeah. We're out of here.
See you guys.
Bye.
Do, 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 do.